Okay, so today we'll be looking at ceilings. Okay, and um, placing ceilings is, I think, one of the simplest things you'll be doing on Revit. So when we come to the architecture tab, we come to the build panel. You find ceiling that's between the roof tool and then the floor tool. So I click ceiling. Okay, when I click ceiling on the far end of the panel, I have the opportunity to choose between automatic ceiling and sketch ceiling. And the default is on automatic ceiling. So let's see what that does. So when I come into my design, I can uh place the ceiling. You notice that as I hover the cursor, it shows me how the ceiling is going to be placed, like the coverage it is going to make. You notice that there is a different coverage when I bring the ceiling over here, and I'll explain why it is so wide. You notice that for this particular coverage, it goes beyond the living room and it covers the entire corridor and the doorway over here. But this one, it covers the bedroom perfectly. So the red highlights is simply showing me um where the ceiling will cover. So all I need to do is click to place my ceilings. Okay, when you look at the properties bar over here, we are told that we have a compound ceiling plan and we are told the height offset is 2,600 mm. That's in millimeters. So that's 2.6 meters above level zero. So that is where my ceiling will be placed. So if I finish placing my ceiling and I want to take it higher, or even before I place my ceiling, I can increase the height of this. So let's make this 3,000. Okay. Um, okay, let's reduce this a bit. Um, okay, so we are making it 2,800 instead. Okay, so I'm about to place it. So all I need to do is just click. So like this bedroom space, you can see the red highlights. I just click. My ceiling has been placed. I click here. My ceiling has been placed. Click here, click here, click here. Okay. Click here. My ceiling has been placed. Click here. My ceiling has been placed. 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 Okay, so the explanation for this particular area having coverage beyond the living room to the dining room and the corridor is just because it's not bounded completely by walls. So as you can see, this portion is open and this portion as well is open. And that is why um the automatic ceiling is responding to the entire thing. So how do we salvage a situation like that? Okay, I'll explain that later. Um, so so that's a ceiling over here. You might probably be wondering, how did I enter this view? Okay, let me just explain that quickly. Although I'll probably do a separate video for it so that if you want to learn it, you'll be able to easily access it. So, what I did was the topmost tab over here, where you have the 3D representation of a house. That is the icon that gives the 3D view. you see a drop down beside it. So I just click it. I'm giving default 3D view. I go to camera. So I click camera. Then I see this camera which runs along with my cursor. All I need to do is just click at one point and then I just uh move the cursor in the direction that I want to see. So if I want to see this direction, I just move the cursor in that direction, extend. Yeah, and the length of my extension will determine how the depth of the vision that I'm going to have of the space. So right now, you notice that I'm extending it towards the living room. So that's what I'm going to see. So when I do that, I just click again and then I enter that view. So you notice that it's the living room space that I'll be able to see. So I was doing that to check if my ceilings have appeared. So now when I hover the cursor, you can see it's telling me ceilings, compound ceiling. So it's notifying me that the ceiling has actually. So that's the ceiling over there, the ceiling that we placed in a space. Okay, so that's the ceiling over here. Okay, all right. So that is just basics about ceiling. Okay. Um, we'll look at this in detail. Thank you.